Hey everybody, welcome to our opportunity meeting tonight. We're really excited to share with you. So what you can expect from tonight is that you're going to hear about the products and why we love them so much. This Zoom is called Why We Love Plexus, and that's why we're sharing it with you. And after that, we're going to share a little bit about the business opportunity, so you're going to see the whole view of Plexus here. And we're hoping to keep it under 30 minutes. So we're going to get started. I joined Plexus, it's just over 3 years ago, and the health of our family, the health of people around me has completely changed, and so I just kind of got like addicted to sharing it with other people because I love getting those messages where people are telling me that they're so thankful I shared with them. So that's why I keep doing this. So first of all, we're going to hear from Heidi. She's going to tell us about our best-selling combo called the Triplex. And I can't wait to hear her story again. Her story is so inspiring. Heidi, take it away. Oh, Heidi is from Manitoba. I love her cute little accent. Go ahead, Heidi.
So my story in a nutshell is that I got married really young, started at 18 actually, started having kids young, and Kurt and I are both really motivated. So we are grain farmers, finished carpentry business, and as I'm having toddlers, when everyone's telling me, Heidi, are you having a nap? Are you resting when the kids are sleeping? I said, no, I don't have time for sleeping. I have stuff to do. And I thought it was a good idea to start up another company. So I did, because I figured I can do this. I knew how, started up another company. What I didn't know is from being so busy and never resting and go, that I was totally actually depleting my body. Mm-hmm. So what happened was I was fine for number one and number two. Pregnancy number three, they were quite close together. I started having some bizarre symptoms, things like seeing my muscles twitching underneath my clothes. Mm-hmm. That took me to Mr. Google search, and that told me I had MS. So that led to anxiety. You can imagine when you're thinking I have a mess and everything's going wrong. I kind of got over that, had the baby, but then she turned 4 months old, and I literally got out of bed could not get out of bed one morning. It felt like someone had just sat on my chest. I was shaking, I was sweating. When I did get up, it was to throw up. I couldn't even get my own baby out of her crib, and this went on for a couple weeks. My husband had to come home. I did the traditional route. I went to the doctor, because when you're thinking something's wrong, and their answer to me was, you're just a busy, stressed out mom. Here's an antidepressant. Well, thank goodness. I just knew in my heart there was something else going wrong. I wasn't sitting on the couch worrying. Yes, I was busy, but so were my friends, and they could get out of bed in the morning. Start seeing a naturopath. It wasn't the easiest route, but that's the route I chose. And for 5 years, I worked with her. She taught me a ton of what I know now, everything from hormone health to adrenal glands to eating well, and really showed me what was happening. The problem was, though, that after 5 years, when I would stop doing exactly what she said, now I've had baby number 4, I would start to see a backslide. And this was now last summer. And I said to Kurt, something is just missing here. There's still a missing piece. I shouldn't still be dealing with this. That's where I started learning again. Started doing more research, and that's where digestive health came in for me. At the time, I had some friends that saw some fantastic results with Plexus, and I said to them, you got to show me this. Everything they told me with the products, and I'm going to show you right away, is the ones that I started using, matched up with everything I had learned. So it made sense to me. I figured, order it, I'm going to start. And in 2 months, I saw more hormone balance than I had in 5 years at my naturopath. Mm-hmm. That's a really big deal. Took it all to my naturopath. She gave a huge thumbs up. So I'm going to show you what I used. It's our combo called the Triplex. That's really the foundation of digestive health and where 80% of illness and disease starts. 3 products, one of them which is the Plexus Slim. This is not just about weight loss. This is what I call my hormone balancer. I will call it that forever, and it is my favorite pink drink. What the Plexus Slim does is it stabilizes and balances insulin. It was made for type 1 diabetics to balance insulin, promote insulin balance, and insulin's a master hormone. So that's why someone like myself saw such great results, because my insulin hadn't been dealt with yet. Now my other hormones had the ability to fall into place. When you balance your insulin, weight loss does become much easier. You start seeing promoting healthy blood pressures, healthy cholesterol levels. There's so many ingredients in there for other parts of the body, including the liver, including the kidneys, but major, major hormone balancer. Then I was using the BioCleanse. BioCleanse is a combination of vitamin C and magnesium and bioflavonoids. And what happens is when these ones are combined together, you're getting oxygen. So it's called a cleanse because think of doing laundry with OxyClean. Oxygen is going through your entire system, your bloodstream, your colon, your digestive system, and it is a gentle scrubbing brush, and that oxygen is cleaning. You need vitamin C, you need magnesium, and we definitely need oxygen. So this is very essential. And then the ProBio 5. And I had been taking a probiotic for many years, as a matter of fact, $65 worth. And that probiotic, though, wasn't helping me. Why this is so different? It's not just a probiotic, although there are 5 hardy strains in there, but there's an antifungal that kills that bad yeast candida, and there's also an enzyme blend. Those 3 together are very beneficial and powerful, and these 3 products, you're hitting all the root causes of why 80% of illness and disease are starting.
Wow, Heidi, thank you so much for sharing that. I love hearing your story every time I hear it. I could listen to you all day. I love learning from you, so that's awesome. Okay, so now we're going to hear a little bit from Chrissy. She is a Trim Healthy Mama food blogger, and that's how I met her. I was following her on Facebook, and she started researching Plexus, and I'm excited to hear what she's going to share, what she found, and why she's telling her friends all about this. And I also want to put this in here, you guys. Heidi is a senior Ruby ambassador, which is, you got to research that and find out what that is. That's a really, really important rank. Okay, so Chrissy, take it away. Tell us why you joined and what you think of Plexus.
Well, I have a couple reasons why I joined, but I just want to touch base. I'm going to introduce myself a little bit. I am a homeschooling mama, and I'm married. I'm a stay-at-home mom, of course, and we're a military family. So we travel and move a lot. And right now we're living on the beautiful east coast of Canada. So I started Trim Healthy Mama about 2 years ago, and I had great success with it, lost 60 pounds, and felt like it was the answer to all that ailed me. But eventually I started to stall, and I have more weight to lose. I'm not at my goal, which is a healthy BMI. So I started to really research why I would be stalling when I'm eating clean, healthy food in good pairing and no other reason, like I'm exercising, what's going on. So what my research came back with is that, I've got some hormonal imbalances, and Plexus really, Eva messaged me, I don't know what, 2 months ago, kind of just saying, why don't you look at this? This is something to consider. And so I did, and I really looked at it, and it addressed hormonal imbalance. It addressed the fact that I've got stalled weight. Why do I have that? Why do I, after eating sugar-free mainly for 2 years, still have crazy carb cravings? Why do I always want to have sugar? So it was a really good kind of eye-opener for me to be able to see that I could get help. I don't have to live in this cycle of always wanting sugar, always feeling stalled, and starting to get really frustrated and wanting to just flip the table and walk away and go have like everything that I've not had for 2 years. Mm-hmm. So, what I discovered is the hormonal imbalance is not the root cause of what's going on. It was a candida overgrowth in my gut, my GI tract. So how do I deal with that? And again, I looked at Plexus, and that addresses that as well. And so I was really excited to jump in and give it a try. That's, I've seen improve. I've been on it for a week, and I've seen good improvement. I am very irregular by trade. And so having that change for me within a week of taking the product is a huge deal, because I've dealt with irregularity for, I'm thinking, since university age. So that's a big deal for me. I can't sing that enough. Now, when it comes to why the other reason, because I said there were two reasons that I chose, health was one, and I really feel like it's targeting that. It's going to help in a lot of ways. And the other is that I get to share this with other people. And in sharing that with other people, I get to earn back some money. I get to encourage other people that they can have more than they thought possible with their life. So I'm really excited about it all. And before Sarah takes over to share, I just wanted to say, like, when you think about your health and finances, why would you not try something that can help you in both ways?
Exactly. That is so true. Thank you for sharing that. I'm really, really excited to see what's going to happen next for you, because in 1 week, that awesome message you sent me, that had me jumping for joy for you. So thank you for sharing that. And anybody who's listening, Trim Healthy Mama eating plan is really healthy and it's really good for you. You should try it. Okay, so now we're going to talk to Marge, and she is also a senior Ruby, and she lives here in Alberta where I live. I'm going to see her tomorrow. I'm so excited. So Marge, go ahead, take it away and tell us about another one of our products.
Awesome. I'm going to start a little bit with my story and how I came to be a part of this and why I'm sitting here today. My story goes back right to childhood. Feeling a lot in common with Chrissy there as well, because sometimes these things just kind of drag along and you just kind of get to the point where you think, I've always been this way. How would I know different? This is just me. This is just how I've always been. But that irregularity catches up with you, and your gut is your health, right? So I had that from childhood, and 3 babies later and some really hard pregnancies where I spent 4+ months on my back. The time was very long. Things catch up with you. I had severe mono and back in 1998, I think, and it always left a mark on my body. My immune system was really weak. So when Plexus started making an appearance on Facebook, I was like, scrolled right on by. I thought it was a weight loss product. I didn't need anything like that. I was trying to get my body to a point where it was actually working, right? At that point, I was a working mom. I had 2 teenagers and a middle schooler, and I struggled extremely with exhaustion and insomnia and a lot of gut issues, a lot of reflux, a lot of, I was actually to the point of desperate for surgery because there was foods I just could not eat because of the severe reflux that I had, right? So I was to the point in October 2013 where I knew something's got to give. I have to do something. And as that, that as a mom, and that you've been burning the candle at both ends for too long, all of a sudden you just know I'm there. I have to do something. And Eva messaged me and said, hey, have you seen this? And I was like, yeah, I've seen it, but I don't need it. And I wasn't sleeping, right? So I started reading. Well, the gut health really, really stood out to me. I had tried tons of different natural remedies and never been able to get to the bottom of it. I knew of Candida. I knew of your immune system growing in your gut, but I was like Heidi. I was not able to obtain what I needed to get to the bottom of it, that I needed to get to the root of it, right? And when I finally had read and I knew that this is something I had to try, I bought a bag of pink drink, and I bought it retail. And I thought, well, here goes nothing. We're going to see what this does, right? Well, 2 weeks later, I slept. And I remember holding the bag in front of my husband saying, if I have to pay lots of money for this to sleep, I'll do it. Sleep is precious to anyone. And there I looked into, I know I need to do more, and I signed up for wholesale to start with my gut health project. And I knew it would be a time factor. I knew mentally when I was signing up, I said to myself, this is going to be a year at least. I'm going to start this journey and see what it's going to be like after a year. Well, only a few months in, I can't even express into words the different person I became. I just became a new person. Things that had seemed so overwhelmingly huge to me just got done automatically because your body was actually functioning the way it should, right? So that was huge for me. My children had gut issues, so did my husband. So we have had like a transformed family. I always say that we've like jumped back 20 years in age and we're all healthier now. So that is huge for us. We've really, really enjoyed sharing, because how can you not? When you have results like that, how can you not? It's just something where your heart just feels so much empathy for the person that is still stuck struggling where you used to be. So another product, Heidi talked about the triplex, and that's what we started with. And then I'd been to buying vitamins and probiotics, and I had tons of stuff in my cupboard, and literally garbage bags full. And you want these things to work, but they often don't, right? So when I started with a triplex, and I knew I still needed a multivitamin. I had severe anemia, and that often happens when your gut isn't absorbing properly, right? And this had been something that had plagued me from childhood. So I always called myself a fainter. I would just all of a sudden lie flat somewhere, right? I hated it, but my iron levels were sometimes passed out. Okay, well, I needed this vitamin. So a few months into my journey, I thought, well, I'm feeling so good. I'm not sure if I need a vitamin, but I want to try it for the other people's sake to know what I'm talking about, right? So then in came the little X factor. And I still regret not having my iron checked when I started, just to know what it would have been like after a few months, but I didn't. I just started. And there's a few reasons. There's three main reasons I'm going to tell you why this is so crucial to have this vitamin. And I didn't know this in the beginning, but when I started looking into it and why it made such a big difference, it's just crystal clear. So the number one reason is it's methylated folate. If your vitamin contains folic acid, it's a cheap synthetic version. Sorry, that's just what it is. Folic acid is a synthetic form of folate, and about 40% of the population cannot break that down. So that leads to disease. Have you actually been tested to see if you can break down folic acid, right? That's another thing that you have to think of. So X Factor contains the natural form of folic acid, which is called folate. And it's more expensive to put in a vitamin, but Plexus uses quality ingredients, right? So, and then the other one is aloe. And this is the reason why X Factor won't make your pee turn neon yellow, right? That was very common, especially when you're buying like B vitamins, right? Everything is like fluorescent in the toilet. Aloe allows your body to actually absorb the vitamin 300 to 400% more. That's huge. That's huge, right? Unabsorbed vitamins are why cheap multis cause that color. So it's just basically going into the toilet, right? So if you're not absorbing them, your body isn't benefiting from them either. So if you're not using X Factor, you need to. It's huge because it also plays a part in, it contains 2 patented forms of aloe, and when you put those 2 together and your body is actually absorbing these things, that's where the huge difference comes in. So the third thing is the New Zealand black currant. This is an amazing fruit. I can't even list what it all does. It's huge. It works with dopamine levels in your brain. So dopamine levels are also something that is found in Alzheimer's patients of what they're lacking, right? And it protects the brain from aging. It protects your eye health. It helps your digestive health by increasing your good bacteria, decreasing your bad, along with the probiotic. This is a big one. It combats flu viruses. And we've tested this a couple times where we felt something coming on. We knew that we had been exposed, and you've been like traveling and had lots of exposure, and you feel that sore throat coming on. You get into that X Factor, it's gone within a day. It's amazing because your body's actually absorbing. So it's an amazing super fruit to have in your vitamin. These little guys are of my favorite. I really, really like them. So that's just a tad of what I'm going to share tonight. Go ahead, Eva.
Good job, Marge. I love your story. I always keep the X Factor in my purse. When we're traveling, I take extra just for that reason. It's flu season now. So anyways, okay, so now we're going to have Sarah share a bit of her story. Sarah is a fairly new ambassador as well, and she just became a silver ambassador. So congratulations to Sarah. And she's going to tell us a little bit about her story and a little bit about another of our favorite products. Go ahead, Sarah.
Hi there. Like Eva said, I've only been in Plexus for 2 months, and like a lot of people say, oh boy, I wish I would have started sooner. About 5 years ago, I started developing pain in my foot after I started to take running as a sport, and I stopped running. I had to, and I was able to maintain my pain with orthotics for a few years. And last summer it was, we bought a business and I started working on concrete floors, and the pain in my foot started to get really unbearable. That's when I really started searching for answers. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I tried every cream, lotion, potion, doctor, therapy, acupuncture, ultrasound. I got to the point where I even took 2 cortisone shots, and a test showed that I had plantar fasciitis. If you don't know what that is, it's really, really strong inflammation on the bottom of your foot. And when inflammation goes untreated, it gets covered in scar tissue. So now you've got two problems. Well, I was online one day chatting with a Beachbody coach, complaining to her that I had to give up running and I couldn't exercise because I was in so much pain. Was there anything Beachbody could do for me? And well, after some research, I realized exercise wasn't my issue. I needed to focus on healing my foot. And someone on Facebook saw me talk to this other lady, and she happened to be a Plexus ambassador. And like Plexus people do, she saw my pain and she wanted to help. So she emailed me and said, have you ever heard of Plexus? Well, I hadn't. Apparently someone tried to tell me about it, but I wasn't listening. So now I was listening. And so I went on Facebook and did as she said, and I researched Plexus and what it could do for plantar fasciitis. And I read testimonial after testimonial of people getting help with all kinds of conditions. And I thought, here it is. This is what's going to work. I just couldn't accept the fact that everyone was telling me there's nothing I can do for your plantar fasciitis. I figured, I'm 44 years old. I am not going to be limping around the house for the rest of my life or worse. So I jumped on board and I bought my triplex and ease capsules because the lady that reached out to me told me I really needed the ease capsules for my inflammation. Got my package a week later and I took the ease right away. Like I ripped it open and I took that stuff. And I limped over to the supper table, which it was the end of the day. By then, I was always shot. So I took my capsules, went to the supper table, and I stayed there for an hour and a half because I did not want to get up, because getting up was always really painful. If you've ever had plantar fasciitis, you know that first step is excruciating. It feels like your muscles are tearing off of your heel. But I did eventually get, and I was really surprised. I put my foot down on the floor and I was like, oh, that's not even too bad. And I took a couple of steps and I was shocked that I was feeling results already from this first dose. Like the first dose, I figured I would have to wait months to feel anything. So I went and spent in my bathroom and I was humming I was doing it because normally I had to spend my evenings in my recliner trying to recuperate from my day. Now, the product that did this for me is Ease Capsules, and it's got 4 really powerful ingredients: New Zealand green lip mussel, serrapeptase, bromelain, and turmeric. But there's 2 that are kind of my favorites. The New Zealand green lip mussel is a shellfish. So it was discovered on the coast of New Zealand. When the English went to go and take over New Zealand, they found that the local natives there who had this as their staple diet, there was nobody on the island that had any arthritis. That's how the New Zealand green lip mussel was discovered. And it is the most powerful anti-inflammatory found anywhere. So that's the magic bullet in this thing. But there are other good ingredients as well. That's the big one. And the bromelain, I found out, is what eats protein for lunch. So if you take this on an empty stomach, it comes from pineapple. You take this on an empty stomach, it goes and attacks the scar tissue. So the bromelain was breaking up the scar tissue in my foot, and the New Zealand green lip mussel and the other ingredients was getting rid of the inflammation. And where inflammation is, you can't have healing. So once that inflammation started to disappear, my foot started to get better. So I've been on this now for 2 months, and my plantar fasciitis is about 90% healed, which to me is super fast after being in pain for 5 years. And I'm like the other ladies, I'm so excited about what this stuff is doing for me that I'm just telling everybody, and hopefully not making them sick of my story, but I just have to share, because as I'm sharing, people are getting healing, and that's just too good to keep to myself. So I thank that stranger on Facebook for introducing. So don't keep it to yourself.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. I love that. Thank you for telling us that story. So I've had a lot of good results from Plexus as well. I have gotten, I didn't even know I was sick or that there was anything wrong with me. I felt like I was always like the healthiest of all my friends. I wasn't the one complaining all day about what was wrong with me. But then I realized I had hormone imbalance as well. After 5 or 6 months using the product, my results didn't come in 1 day and 1 week like some other people. I had more work in my body that needed to be done. So I got hormone balance. My periods became painless, which was amazing. I didn't even know that was a thing on this planet. And yeast overgrowth that I had in my body was disappearing as well. So I had good things happen. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering, how do I get some of these good products that these ladies are telling us about? So Rachel, she's going to share. Rachel is a senior Ruby ambassador in Colorado, and she's going to share how to get these products. She's going to share a little bit of her story if she wants, and tell us how to get these products. So take it away, Rachel.
Okay, hi everybody. So I'm going to start with a little quote to lead us into the business portion and the pricing. And this comes from the company's only current double diamond. And so again, like Eva said, you'll have to research what that means. We'll share that in just a second. She says, Plexus is an amazing collision of a passion for helping people and being rewarded for it financially. So that is what's pretty amazing about this, is that we may get into it for the products, but what we find is that we are able to make an amazing income as well. Can everybody see this picture of this little baby boy there?
Yeah.
So this is why we found Plexus. Long story short, this is my son right here. He had severe eczema, as you can see. We tried everything for 6 months, elimination diets, host of other supplements through other natural doctors. Long story short, I found Plexus and eczema in the same sentence on the internet, and I put out there on Facebook, hey, is anybody with Plexus? Next thing you know, 2 days later, I'm sitting in someone's living room, and a couple levels up my upline, she's a naturopath doctor, she's talking about this. And I'm just sitting on the edge of my seat like, okay, I've seen the testimonies. I know this is going to work. Just give me the products. And I want it at the best price. So you may be thinking about that too after these ladies have shared about these amazing products. You're like, just give me the lowdown, people. Just give me the price. So here's my baby boy. He was being breastfed. So I was on the triplex combo, as well as he was on the probiotic, which is the Probio 5 and the body cream. So we started to help him, but when people saw the results, as you can imagine, the line was kind of out the door, and we had ourselves an accidental business. I was with another company already. Again, this Plexus thing, far and above, way away from any other compensation plan out there. So why Plexus? Well, there are 3 different ways to buy, but what we are doing here, what these ladies have already addressed, is that we're dealing with the root cause: gut health, reducing inflammation, and balancing blood sugars. So we're not just putting a Band-Aid on it, we're getting to the root cause, because people are sick and tired of Band-Aids and things that aren't working, temporary fixes, and just spending tons of money on things that aren't working. So how do you get these products in your hands? Well, there are 3 ways to buy, and here they are right here. So you can talk to the ambassador that invited you to this call tonight. So retail, that's just a one-time purchase, and it's the most expensive, but you have to remember to order again. We recommend preferred or wholesale if you want a discounted way to purchase. And anytime you start natural products, we recommend that you give your body at least 90 days to start to see changes. So just keep that in mind. Preferred customer, you're going to get discounted pricing, 60-day money-back guarantee. You can order 1 product. You can order all 16 products, okay? And then there's wholesale. That's what all of us are on this call. We have the wholesale account, which means we are a Plexus ambassador. You don't have to sell it. You don't have to tell anyone. But once you start having results, or even if you don't have any results and you want to go from all the testimonials that you've already seen and heard, you start sharing it with people. This is an amazing business opportunity. Are you looking for Christmas cash? Do you want to put your kids in soccer? Whatever it is, travel money, Plexus is it. And guess what? It only costs $34.95 a year to have a business or wholesale account. That's it. That's less than $3 US per month. Super simple, super affordable, and I don't know of where else you can get your own business for $34.95 a year, including your website. So why is this appealing to people? Well, because there's no big buy-in, $34.95, no inventory, no home parties. You just send everyone to your website. And with this business, there is something for everyone, no matter what your personality, your skills, your prior experience, whatever. Okay, there is a way for you to be involved. We've got all different kinds of personalities on this call and on all of our teams. So there's a place for all of you. And you can make money from the start, not years down the line with, a garage full of inventory. So let's take a little look at another picture. And right now, Plexus is offering, ta-da, free shipping. All right, who likes this F word, F-R-E-E, free? All right, so make sure and talk to your ambassador that invited you so that when you check out, you use this special code right here, OCTSHIP, for free shipping now through Monday only. So we love free, and Plexus is always so good to us with special offers. Okay, moving right along, let's talk about the income chart. Hold on, guys, I have a bunch of pictures here. Okay, let's go to this. Here we go, income chart. Okay, so you can ask whoever invited you as well if you would like a copy of this, or you just Google Plexus Annual Ambassador Income. So this just gives you an average of the incomes that you can make. Everybody starts as an ambassador, and you work your way up to where Miss Eva is, and that is right here, Diamond, not too shabby. Starting at Emerald, you get a six-figure income. So several of us on this call are right here at Senior Ruby. Average income $51,000. That is more than I made as a teacher, and I'm able to stay home with my kiddos and earn a nice income to be able to travel, go where we want to go, do what we want to do. All right, I'm going to show you something else. Okay, so just to break it down for those of you that love numbers, here's the annual, monthly, and even weekly average of your income. Ask yourself, what could this do for your bank account? And you say, well, Rachel, I don't know, 200 people. Well, you don't have to. Right here, let's talk about silver. Silver is the first rank up in Plexus, and you simply need to invite 3 friends along in your journey. 3 friends means that you've just ranked up to Silver Ambassador, and the company gives you a one-time $100 bonus. But again, not only do we have the free shipping, but Plexus has a special offer this month. So you have, how many days are in this month? Okay, 31. You've got until the 31st to add 3 friends along with you. So you're each paying your $34.95. You got your 3 friends. And normally the bonus for being a Silver Ambassador is $100. But this month, Plexus is going to double that to $200. And every time someone enrolls with a welcome pack, you get another $25 bonus. So you figure 3 friends, the $25 bonus plus the $200, you're at $275. What could you do with that kind of money? Go splurge. Go get something extra in the grocery store. Go get a pedicure. Whatever it is, I am sure you can think of a lot of great uses for that money. So again, we've heard about the amazing products, but we would be doing you a disservice if we did not tell you about the business. And I challenge you, before you decide on a home-based business, compare it to others out there and see why Plexus is different. Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel. And I'm so glad that you did the numbers, because I am not good at the numbers and math kind of scares me. And I'm just here for the fun. I'm just here for all the people and the fun stuff. So like Rachel said, we have something for everybody. If you want to make a good income by helping people, just being together with your friends, having fun like we're doing right now, or you really like health information and stuff like that, we got something for all of you. So thank you all for sharing today. Thank you for sharing your stories. And I'm so glad that we get to share this with all of our guests that came on today. And whoever invited you, just remember whoever invited you to this Zoom, get back to them, see if they have any questions. If you have any questions, they can help answer for you. Thank you for joining us today. See you later.